that woman is like, she will not go away.
What I want to know is simply this. Why does anybody care what Hillary Clinton's opinion is about anything?
All I can hear is my mom going, give her the hook.
Yeah.
Give her the hook.
And not only did she not get the hook, but she felt the need. What a surprise. Hillary Clinton was called upon to give her opinion about Tucker Carlson interviewing Vladimir Putin. So you know exactly how this one's going to go. So
I can't believe I have to watch this.
Like a puppy dog. You know, he somehow has, after having been fired from so many outlets in the United States, I would not be surprised if he emerges with a contract with an outlet, because he is a useful idiot.
I have to fix your eyebrows.
So this is a person who is talking about Tucker Carlson. He was the #1 rated cable news host in the United States.
Betcha he has more followers than she does.
He was fired because he was speaking a little too much about endless war in Ukraine and Israel. And that's why he got canned, because he doesn't go along with that.
That's why everyone gets canned. At the end of the day, really, the bottom line, when it comes to the media, the people that get canned are the anti-war people. That's been, and yes, Ed Schultz for talking about Bernie Sanders, but consistently the anti-war people get canned.
Hillary Clinton met with Vladimir Putin. And yet for some strange, stupid reason, Oliver Stone has interviewed him. I know that there was another person.
Oh, I love when they said that Jill Stein was a Russian asset because she was once at a dinner with him.
But Tucker Carlson interviews him, and he's got to be a Russian asset now.
Well, they all are.
Yeah. Well, anybody that Hillary Clinton deems a Russian asset must be one, because cannot and will never accept. When you're a true sociopath, it's everybody but you.
It's like Nancy Pelosi telling the ceasefire activists that that's what Putin's message is. That's Putin's message. You know what, though? But here's the thing, Nancy, if Putin's message is ceasefire now, I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll go with Putin.
He says things that are not true. He parrots Vladimir Putin's pack of lies about Ukraine. So I don't see why Putin wouldn't give him an interview, because through him, he can, continue to lie about what his, objectives are in Ukraine and what he expects to see happen. It's really quite sad that not just somebody like Tucker Carlson, who has, as I said, been fired so many times, because
she is saying that she really, that's not what she wants to say. You could tell that she really wants to say that scumbag, that little pissant.
I just find it funny because she's the one who seemingly can't keep a job. She's the one who seemingly is a consistent liar, pathological liar.
Perfect freeze frame, by the way.
Yeah, it is. But it's always so telling to me, because generally speaking, when people are calling out other people, it's really a projection of themselves. And this is perfect. Like literally everything that she is saying is stuff that she does. It's really weird.
It was my presidency. It was my turn.
She's like, he can't keep a job. He can't kind of thing, or he has to, whatever. This woman can't stay anywhere.
By the way, apparently
nobody wants you.
In the first hour that this interview was dropped on X, Twitter.
I can't imagine the comments.
Can't call this straight. No, it's been viewed already over 10 million times.
I wonder what's the ratio?
Oh, I'm sure that no, actually a lot of people are just appreciating. Well, that's why I said we're gonna, after our next interview, we are going to do a little highlight reel of the actual interview and what was discussed. But even more so, just because you can tell.
How tall is Putin?
He's not very tall.
No, I know. I think he's small, and I think that's part of the problem.
Well, it's the Mussolini thing.
Yeah, well, I just think he's short.
Same thing with DeSantis, same thing with Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, but Putin in particular, I think, has definitely a complex about that. I think he's short. Yeah.
Well, it is what it is.
Because Tucker Carlson,
he seems unable to, correlate his reporting with the truth, but also because it's a sign that there are people in this country right now who are like a fifth column for Vladimir Putin. And why? I don't know. I mean, why are certain Republicans throwing their lot in? Why are, other Americans basically believing Putin? Why did Trump believe Putin more than our 11 intelligence agencies? I don't know. Do you have a working theory? Do you have a working?
Okay, so there you go. So there's where the rubber meets the road. It becomes this, how come Tucker Carlson doesn't believe our 11 intelligence agencies. You mean the intelligence agencies that are constantly shown to be lying, that always act on behalf of corporate special interests first and only most?
I am so waiting for the one time that anybody who is presented with that on the other end, whether it's a reporter or another politician or someone, says, why would anybody believe them? They're always lying. I am waiting for someone to say that, because this isn't the first time that this talking point has come up. It isn't. Debbie Wasserman Schultz has said it about other people too, about people that refuse to accept the talking points of the deep state. This is what we went into with, this was why Rashida Tlaib was getting censured for saying things, because they were saying she refuses to accept what our intelligence is telling us. You mean because she has half a brain and has been paying attention?
This was always...
I mean, for the love of all that is holy, I don't think they ever tell the truth. Why would anybody ever believe them? And quite honestly, even if they ever were telling the truth, these are people. See, when I was a little kid, my mom used to play me this Peter and the Wolf.
Danny.
Peter and the Wolf, which is basically the story of the
boy who cried wolf.
Well, yes. And this was always something that was just very, as a moral, always in my head. And that is the problem with all of these agencies, is that when all you do is lie, even if you're telling the truth, I'm not going to believe. This is a thing with Israel. This is the thing with, I will never believe anything they ever say. I will never believe what our intelligence, why would we? I think you'd have a harder time proving why we should believe you than why we shouldn't. In fact, I know that. That would be a good debate. That would be an interesting, like, academic debate, believing or not believing our intelligence agencies. And I can tell you, over the past 20 years, I have so much more evidence on my team. If I were a debate person, I would argue we absolutely 100% cannot trust anything that comes out of their mouth.
I agree 1,000%. There is nothing to trust.
Well, and they very well might say truthful things every once in a while. They might, but it doesn't matter. Sure. It's completely irrelevant. They're just, it's dead. They will never be able to rehabilitate that agency. It shouldn't even exist, but I digress.
Hillary, again, is somebody who is going on a network that is dying in terms of its ability to grow, in terms of its ability to attract viewers that do not have a one-track mind or constantly need to be told that their viewpoint is completely correct at all times. And there are those who really believe that the intelligence agencies are benevolent and that whatever they're doing is correct. I've said for the longest time, the most disturbing thing I ever saw at the start of Trump's presidency was when Bill Maher, yes, Bill Maher, interviewed John Brennan and couldn't give him a tongue bath harder if he tried. John Brennan's one of the worst spooks this country's ever seen.
I just don't know why.
But all because you hate Trump. All because of that.
I don't understand why you can't walk and chew gum at the same time. It's really easy. I can show people how to do it. Like, I've always thought Trump is disgusting. I don't like him. I will never vote for him because he's gross. But I can also appreciate that other things are true. I don't understand. Like, why is it so difficult for people to believe two things simultaneously?
He's just completely unmasked the entire thing, the entire system.
But weren't we all alive for weapons of mass destruction? By the way, I knew that was bullshit then. I'm on record with that. I am I have witness. I knew that was bullshit then.
I was very patriotic after 9/11, but as soon as the words "we're going to go into Iraq" started, even at 1920, I knew it was bullshit.
Well, the truth is, as soon as the second plane flew into the tower, I knew that this was where this was going. Like, I knew that would be used before it even happened. Like, I saw, like, the entire thing flashed before my eyes when I saw the second plane hit the second tower. Like, I'm like, that's it. There you go. There's false flags all up and down. Conspiracy theories starting. Wars are going to start. Like, there it goes.
And they will not stop.
And now, I did not predict the Patriot Act, although that was a nice little.
And there's a good little button to end this topic on, which is, at the end of the day, a lot of people thought that the Patriot Act was conceived after 9/11. No, it was on the shelf for years and years.
Yeah. That was a goodie. You don't come up with something like that. So, in fact, most of the people still haven't read it.
No, how could you?
I don't recommend it. It's very boring.
Well, why don't you just do like Speaker Pelosi says, we have to pass it before we can read what's in it. And that's what she said about Obamacare.
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.